Nowadays, exams are conducted through objective tests comprising multiple choice questions. The reason is that in long answer tests, students tend to cram. Objective tests encourage students to analyze problem logically. So, students must practice to solve MCQ. In this video, we take up some multiple choice questions of bailment and pledge under Indian Contract Act 1872.
The term bailment means option A delivery of a thing entrusted for some special purpose or object upon a contract. Option B delivery of goods free of cost. Option C delivery of goods without cost for welfare of public. Option D none of above. Central intent of the question is to understand the definition of bailment as per the Indian Contract Act.
Option A, correct. Bailment involves the delivery of goods for a specific purpose under a contract with an obligation to return them.
Option B incorrect. Delivery free of cost does not constitute bailment unless there is a purpose or a contract.
Option C, incorrect. This option confuses bailment with charity or public welfare.
Option D, incorrect. Option A is valid.
Correct option is A. Bailment fundamentally involves a contract for temporary delivery of goods for a specific purpose.
The delivery of goods by one person to another for some purpose, upon a contract that they shall, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of, upon discretion of the delivering person, the contract is called. Option A, indemnity. Option B, bailment. Option C, contingent contract. Option D, none of above. Central intent of the question is to identify the nature of the contract involving delivery of goods for a purpose.
Option A, indemnity, incorrect. Indemnity is about compensation for losses, not delivery of goods.
Option B bailment. Correct. Bailment involves temporary delivery for a specified purpose under a contract.
Option C, contingent contract, incorrect. Contingent contracts depend on uncertain future events unrelated to bailment.
Option D, none of above. Incorrect. Option B defines the term.
Correct option is B. Bailment is explicitly defined as delivery of goods for a purpose under the Indian Contract Act.
Normally, in the books, just the MCQ and options are given. The students select option on their intuition or by fluke and attempts to tally with the correct option given at the end.
In pledge contract, Bally is called. Option A, pawnee. Option B, pavni. Option C, pledger. Option D, none of above. Central intent the question is to identify the party to whom goods are delivered as security under a pledge.
Option A, pawnee, incorrect. The pawnee is the bailer in a pledge, not the bailee.
Option B pawnee. Correct. The pawnee is the bailee in a pledge who holds goods as security.
Option C, pledger, incorrect. Pledger is not a formal legal term.
Option D, none of above. Incorrect. Option B correctly identifies the bailee.
Correct option is B. The pavni holds possession of goods until the obligation is fulfilled. In pledge, bailer is called. Option A, pawnee. Option B, pavni. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of above. Central intent of the question is to determine the correct term for the bailer in a pledge contract.
Option A, pawnee, correct. The pawnee is the bailer in a pledge, delivering goods as security.
Option B pawnee. Incorrect. The pawnee is the bailee in this context.
Option C, both A and B, incorrect. Both cannot apply simultaneously. The roles are distinct.
Option D, none of above. Incorrect. Option A defines the correct party.
Correct option is A. In a pledge, the bailer is legally referred to as the pawnee.
In some books, However, the correct option is explained while other wrong options are not discussed. So, the student does not go through complete analysis of the question and all the options.
The bailment of goods as security for payment of a debt or performance of a promise is called Option A. Pledge. Option B. Bailment. Option C. Contingent contract. Option D. Agreement. Central intent of the question is to identify the type of bailment that involves goods as security.
Option A, pledge, correct. Pledge is a specific bailment for securing payment or performance.
Option B. Bailment, incorrect. Bailment is the overarching concept. Pledge is a subset.
Option C. Contingent contract incorrect. Contingent contracts involve future events and are unrelated here.
Option D. Agreement incorrect. Option A is specific and accurate.
Correct option is A. A pledge is defined as a bailment for security under Indian Contract Act 1872.
Bailment means dash. Option A. Temporary delivery of goods. Option B. Permanent delivery of goods. Option C. Part delivery of goods. Option D. None of the above. Central intent of the question is to determine the nature of delivery in a bailment.
Option A, temporary delivery of goods. Correct. Bailment involves temporary delivery of goods for a purpose under a contract.
Option B. Permanent delivery of goods, incorrect. Permanent delivery negates the concept of bailment.
Option C. Part delivery of goods. Incorrect. Part delivery is not essential to bailment.
Option D and none of the above incorrect. Option A is precise.
Correct option is A. Bailment is always temporary and conditional.
In this video, the questions with options are first put up. It is followed by the central meaning and intent of the question, inspiring critical thinking and analysis. Each option is then logically explained to infer whether it is correct or wrong.
In the contract of bailment, the person delivering the goods is called dash. Option A. Bailer. Option B. Belly. Option C. Seller. Option D. Agent. Central intent of the question is to identify the person delivering goods in a bailment.
Option A, bailer, correct. The bailer is the party delivering goods.
Option B. Bailey, incorrect. The bailee receives the goods.
Option C. Seller. Incorrect. A seller transfers ownership, not possession.
Option D. Agent incorrect. An agent acts on behalf of a principal.
Correct option is A. The bailer delivers goods under the terms of a bailment contract.
Lien means dash. Option A. To retain goods in his possession. Option B. Rights to sell the goods. Option C. Right to purchase the goods. Option D. Right to destroy the goods. Central intent of the question is to define the concept of lien under bailment.
Option A, to retain goods in his possession, correct. Lien is the right to retain goods until a debt or obligation is discharged.
Option B. Rights to sell the goods, incorrect. Selling goods falls outside the scope of lien.
Option C, right to purchase the goods, incorrect. Purchasing goods is unrelated to lien.
Option D. Right to destroy the goods incorrect. Destroying goods violates bailment terms.
Correct option is A. Lien secures the bailee's interest until obligations are met.
Having explained all the options, the correct option is finally inferred through further logical deliberations. So, the student understands how to make logical analysis for answering MCQ.
When goods are lent to a person to be used by him on free of cost. That is dash contract. Option A comodatum. Option B pawn. Option C hire. Option D gift. Central intent of the question is to identify the type of contract where goods are lent free of cost.
Option A, comodatum, correct. Comodatum refers to a type of gratuitous bailment where goods are loaned for temporary use without charge.
Option B. Pawn. Incorrect. A pawn pledge is bailment for security, not a free loan.
Option C, hire, incorrect. A hire involves consideration, contrary to the scenario described.
Option D, gift, incorrect. A gift does not involve the return of goods, unlike bailment.
Correct option is A. Comodatum is explicitly a gratuitous loan of movable property. The person to whom goods are delivered temporarily is dash. Option A. Bali. Option B. Bailer. Option C. Purchaser. Option D. User. Central intent of the question is to identify the party receiving goods in a bailment.
Option A, Bali, correct. The bailee temporarily receives goods under the bailment agreement.
Option B. Bailor. Incorrect. The bailor is the deliverer, not the recipient.
Option C, purchaser, incorrect. A purchaser acquires ownership, not temporary possession.
Option D, user, incorrect. A user is a generic to describe the legal relationship.
Correct option is A. The bailee is legally defined as the recipient of goods in bailment.